Merry Christmas, everybody. December 25th, 2019. Seems like I done one of these Christmas videos last year. But anyway, hope everybody's doing well. Hopefully you're doing what you want to do today and not stuck in some miserable plant like First Quality where I used to work, and made us work on Christmas. And I wasn't a technician either. I was just a line operator. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about these Monte Carlo hoods, and I would say a chevelle hood. Any of these long muscle car hoods, you're probably going to run into something like this. At first glance, you're going to say, wow, this hood's warped. Well, no, it's not. But what happens on these hoods is they get low spots in them, and there's really nothing you can do. Try to get a little more light here. Nothing you can really do to combat this issue. That blue car I did in my other videos, I've actually got to respray that hood because the hood was the last thing I worked on, and I was really in a hurry to get it ready for paint and get it on the car, and I basically looked over I've seen a few low places in the hood, but I didn't think they would show up that much. I thought it was just me being picky, and guess what? They did. So I'm going to have to do a little rework on that hood, but I learned my lesson and it won't happen again. So what I'm doing on this car is I'm working on the hood first and all the loose panels. And that way the hood's not standing in the corner staring at you for 3 months and you're dreading it. And then when you get the car basically ready to paint, you don't want a lot of body work to do, so you can get yourself in trouble. But here is what basically I've noticed on a lot of these Monte Carlo hoods, they have this problem. These hoods were not built very well. You say, well, why is that? Well, there is bracing, but there is not that much. And they use this crap here to help hold the skin up and keeping it from rattling against the shell. An Oldsmobile has a lot of extra sheet metal panels in there. It wouldn't hurt if they'd done that on these. Of course, they'd been a lot more heavy. 82 pounds by itself. So what happens is there's always see that? You can hear it. There's always a area there that does that. There's a few more places that'll do it. So what you got to be careful of, it'll warp if you're not careful. So when you're sanding this hood, a light touch is where it's at, and you want to rub this away, and you want to rub like that, and you want to rub this away because the hood is so wide. If you're standing at the car looking at it, if it's wavy that way, you're going to see it too. And this is going to be a black car. Anything dark blue, dark red, black, dark green, purple, black cherry, anything like that. And most of the time, that's what I end up painting with. You're going to have trouble if you don't get it right. So I'm liking what I'm feeling here. But basically what I wanted to show you, you know, you're going to kind of have all hands on deck. You're going to need, you know, a roller block, a flat block, a small roller block, a big long flat block. This is the 180 to go back over everything. And a DA, once you spread your filler, you can knock everything down with a DA and then work it with a block if you know how to use the DA without digging in and making a bigger mess. So a lot of these Monte Carlo hoods, when you get back and look at it, this is what you're going to have. You're going to have some dents and dings, but you're going to have filler that's spread over a large area of the hood to get these things straight. This is a common problem on these hoods. It's just basically, I blame it on metal fatigue and the long, this is one piece of metal. It really doesn't have anything to strengthen it. So you're going to have to basically skim coat. It wouldn't hurt to just skim coat this hood from here to here on both sides and block it. That's basically what I done, except you can't mix up that much filler at one time. So I wiped an area and wiped another area and wiped another area. But basically I ended up skim coating from here to here, with the exception of this little spot that I knew was straight. So just keep that in mind. I hope that helps. If you run into this on these Monte Carlo and Chevelle hoods, don't throw your hood away, because if you go get another one, it's going to be just as bad or worse. The reproductions, I can't say they don't make a reproduction Monte Carlo hood, but I would say on some of the cheaper repop Chevelle hoods, this is probably a problem as well. They'll look straight out of the box, they'll sand straight, but when you put the paint on them, you look down the hood and you'll see some ripples. This is a common thing to have to do, skim coating panels to get these cars straight. Again, these were not $100,000 cars from the factory. So anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Check back and check out my other videos.